sounds like shit, but
Does
what
it?
is.
Does it? Can we sit a little closer? Can we?
No, it's good. It's good.
It's
Okay.
shit for Alex's
Well,
standards.
it sounds like it normally does, which is bad.
Oh.
But
Hey.
it's fine.
I don't think our podcast sounds that
It
bad.
does sound. You listen to real podcasts. It sounds
Yeah,
bad.
listen
I've
to
listened to real
podcast.
podcasts though.
Like what?
Like Armchair
Like
Expert
Golden
with...
Globe Best Podcast nominee,
Amy
Armchair
Poehler.
Expert.
Oh, God.
I can't believe Reeled In, the podcast of the summer, wasn't nominated for a Golden Globe.
Yeah, that's fucked
They
up.
the
nominated.
category? In the
Yeah,
Golden
best
Globes
podcast. That's a real
podcast?
thing. Yeah, it's a real
And
thing.
we lost to the Amy Poehler podcast.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they showed
That's
that.
fine.
They
No,
showed
it's not. No.
they showed
It should have gone to us, man. This is fucked up.
Clearly not.
What's that supposed to
No,
mean?
we're very
This
amazing.
is a good podcast.
We're an
Just tried
amazing.
3 different
We're an
microphones and
amazing
all
podcast
failed.
that discusses.
We're going back to our original. So you're like,
We're
the
an
audio
amazing
shit.
podcast that discusses film in depth and in a really fascinating manner. I think. What were you gonna say, Sam?
they showed
Is
the
it?
podcast award over the best score award,
This
which is
is
kind
true.
of fucked up.
So
That's
sit
true.
at the okay. So for people like the Golden Globes happened recently, like at the time of recording this, they happened recently, and strange things. I didn't realize how racist they were, at the Golden Globes. But like,
They're very racist.
yeah.
They
So
always have been.
Sinners. Now I'm not the biggest Sinners head. Like Sinners is a great movie. It's good. I don't think it's like the best of the year or even top 5 for that matter. But at the Golden Globes, Sinners won 2 awards. One of them was box office achievement or something like that.
What does that mean?
Exactly, right? It's
Okay.
a fake award. It's a
Yeah.
fake award. And the second award was best score, which is that's deserved.
Yeah.
I think it's good. I would give it to Marty Supreme, maybe. But that's a fair award. But they didn't show this. Nobody knew this. I found out when I opened X, the Everything app, because they did this award. They gave the award to them during the commercial breaks,
That's so
That was
Really?
the only award they gave out during the
Yeah.
commercials.
which is insane.
Was the one
Why,
real one for
though?
Sinners.
Exactly.
Also, the fact that like they would give 2 awards and then have 20 minutes of commercials was
Right.
actually crazy.
Right, and also, whenever anyone won an award, they went on for like a while, talking about this and that. But then the Secret Agent, this film out of Brazil won,
Right.
best, non-English film, and the guy, the Brazilian director, is on stage, he's speaking about the film, and like 2 minutes in, they just play him off. They didn't play anyone off in that entire ceremony,
Yeah.
the entire night.
Except
but
the
this,
Brazilian
Yeah.
this
guy.
Brazilian fuck gets on stage, oh, we gotta play him off, right? It's crazy. It's crazy.
And
it
they
really
have
is.
fucking
And
Judd
then
Apatow like talking for like 20 minutes.
Oh my god.
that was the worst part of the entire thing.
That was
Judd
bad.
Apatow,
Judd Apatow, sorry.
who sucks in general, even before this.
Hey, I like Judd Apatow.
No.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall. He did that one, right?
Probably.
If it's bad, he
super
probably
bad.
is.
No, okay.
He gets him
Yeah,
on stage
yeah,
and he's
okay.
talking about. He's meant to announce an award. He's not a host, so he's not supposed to be cracking that many jokes.
Best director at that. Like
Right,
one of the
yeah.
big ones.
One of the big ones, and he's talking about bullshit for like 20 minutes, and then when he's announcing the award, this is the worst thing I've ever seen, okay? So, the nominees are Paul Thomas Anderson, we have Ryan Coogler, I think, we have Joachim Trier, we have Jafar Panahi, and one...
Chloe Zhao.
Right, for...
and Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's giving the awards, and now, there's people like, Chloe, there's people like Joaquin, there's people like Jafar, and like these names could be hard to pronounce for like, a white American man, right? Like that's
Why
fair,
did you
right?
stare right
They
at
could
me,
be hard to
Alex?
pronounce. So
I don't know,
when
you were
he's about
smiling.
to announce the winner of these awards, he says, "Ooh, I don't know how to pronounce this." Now, when you start a sentence like that, you would think he's going to say, "Oh, Joaquin Trier."
One
or-
of the 4 people with
Yeah.
hard to pronounce foreign
Exactly.
names.
He says Paul Thomas Anderson.
And you can see Jafar Panahi just
Yeah,
be like,
all of their
this fucking
faces
guy.
like light up for a second, and then they're like, "Oh,
That's some. I can't.
that's
okay.
fucked up."
Now,
fucked up.
if you put aside the fact of like that being a shot at these people who didn't win, what is that? Like, is that a joke? Like, what's the joke here? It's like, how is that?
The
The joke
funny?
is look at all these foreigners in this category.
Yeah,
Well, like that's so
That's the
crazy.
joke.
That's crazy.
It is.
yeah,
Oh
It's
my
just-
god.
yeah.
that was
it was
awful.
bad.
That was
It was bad. That was crazy.
But yeah, K-pop Demon Hunter sweeped. They won best song, Golden. We love Golden. Do you guys like Golden?
I've never seen the show.
Well, no, you've heard the song. I'm sure you have.
Sing it.
Can you sing it? What's the song?
That's the thing.
it's
Everyone's heard it, but no one can sing it.
What's the song?
I know Golden by Harry Styles.
It's like, don't play it. You
Yeah,
can't play it.
copyright.
You've probably heard it's like gonna be golden.
Cool.
Yeah.
It won over Sinners somehow, which is fine, I guess. Anyway, fucked up start of the year, but that doesn't matter because the Reeled In podcast is back. It's 2026. We're back for season 2.
Hell yeah.
Big year for Reeled In. We're gonna have merch this year, which Alex announced. And
Yeah.
the
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen.
No,
Just
actually, yesterday or this morning, one of my friends messaged me and was like, "When's Real Din coming back?" I was like, "We have fans."
Yo, we do.
And
We have a huge fan
I
base.
was telling one of my other friends about it, and she was like, "Oh, you got to have merch." So
It's
you
gonna
know,
happen.
we know you want it.
To
It's
the
gonna
3
happen.
people who want the merch, it's coming. It's coming soon. It's coming.
It's gonna
It
happen.
may even be here by the time this episode goes
This is
out.
true.
Yeah.
This is true. It's true.
We're going to iron the designs onto the shirts ourselves.
Yeah.
Yep.
But no,
We'll also one day have better mics.
Yeah.
I promised that last season.
we're
but
working on
it's
that.
the same bullshit setup.
No,
as
we're
last
working.
time.
I feel like, guys, comment down below if you like this mic quality and if you should stick to this.
Comment down below if you like your podcast.
I
It sounds
love
like shit.
literally.
But no, okay, we're back. Let's do our intro, right? So,
That's true.
I'm rusty. It's been a long time, right? Welcome back to Reeled In. I'm Usman.
I'm Sam.
I'm Alex.
I'm Avery.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Well, he started.
Oh, okay, sorry.
so-
So this is the podcast where
3
film buffs talk about films and
That's close
Try
enough.
to
Yeah.
reel-
3 film
their
buffs
non-
talk about films and try to reel in their non-film buff friend into their world of cinema while she tries to do the same. And the friend in question is Avery. And this episode, we're talking about Marty Supreme.
In this episode, we're not doing that. We're only talking
Right,
about
we're
one
talking
movie.
about one movie. Yeah. But
But
no,
it's a pretty big movie, I'd say.
It's a
like
pretty big
it's you can talk about it for quite a while.
yeah, directed by Josh Safdie. Okay, so Avery, you have seen a film from this director before.
One that we
Have I?
covered
You have
on
seen
the podcast.
You've seen Uncut Gems. Now,
Oh.
Uncut Gems is no.
That
hold on.
checks out.
Hold on,
Okay.
hold on. Now,
Okay.
Uncut
Don't
Gems.
act like you didn't know that. That's like the one
Have you
thing we
mentioned
told
that
you.
before?
Yeah.
We
Oh,
did
okay.
after we watched. Like we
I
turned
did.
to you and were like, "This was
Like
the
you said,
vibes
it was
were
like a
because it was
Because
directed
it's
by the
from the
same
I
director.
didn't know it's from
Yeah.
the same. Okay.
No,
cool.
so-
Well,
That's
it's from
yeah.
half of the directors
Right.
of that.
So
Yes,
Uncut
'cause
Gems
they're
was directed by
brothers.
the Safdie brothers, including Josh Safdie and Benny Safdie. And this is only directed by Josh Safdie.
Okay, and
And-
the other one is the Margot Robbie one.
Mark?
Right?
No.
Is that not what the other brothers do?
What movie are you thinking of?
Wuthering Heights? Is that it?
No, so
No,
that's not even
no,
out
no.
yet,
Okay.
right?
and
That's-
that's completely
That's
Okay.
Emerald Fennell.
That's
It's a
I
completely
thought that
different
was the-
person.
No. So
Okay.
Benny
I thought there was
Safdie,
the
Benny
two-
Safdie did The
Okay.
Smashing Machine,
Oh.
starring
That's
Dwayne
the
The Rock
Dwayne
Johnson.
Oh,
Right?
that's what you were
Yeah.
talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's what Benny Safdie did, and Josh Safdie did Marty Supreme.
And we finally
Okay.
know which is the better brother. it
We
seems.
know the director behind Uncut Gems, the real director behind Uncut Gems.
We
I
know,
think.
we
Yeah.
now know who directed Uncut Gems and who's voicing Bowser Jr. in the Mario movie.
Is he actually?
No,
Yeah.
okay, hold on.
Benny.
Oh
we
my
can't.
God.
Okay, we can't do this because I love Benny. I love Benny Safdie.
I mean, he's a good actor.
He's an amazing
and he's
actor.
probably like we don't know how much of Uncut Gems was Josh or Benny. Like
Right.
Benny's
It's
a good director.
collaborative process.
It is.
okay, he's
but when
done-
he directed a movie on his own, it was bad.
Now, I will
So-
say, The Smashing Machine, I haven't seen the film, but what I do know is it's like an almost shot-to-shot remake of a documentary,
Yeah, it looks exactly the same as the documentary.
which is a really strange decision.
Yeah.
So I don't want to give him too much shit.
Creative choice.
No, but it's weird. Like, what's the point of, like, I don't,
Yeah.
okay, Alex, you've seen the movie. Does the movie make its existence, like, justify
No,
its existence?
Not even slightly. I have no reason to like enjoy watching this character. He's such a nothing character, and he spends the whole movie just being like, this is exactly how I feel. I wanna do this wrestling thing because it's cool and I wanna be, like it's kind of the same as Marty Supreme, where it's about a guy who wants to be the best at his sport, except in the Smashing Machine, he just keeps telling you over and over that this is what he wants, and there's no movie. Like, nothing happens. It's just him talking about how he wants to be the best and win. And then, spoiler alert, at the end, he doesn't win. He loses. Okay? And I think we talked about this before with Coach Carter, how they lose at the end of that
Yes.
one. Except, to give that movie a little bit of credit.
Whoa!
There's like,
Hold on. Are you confirming that Coach Carter is a better film?
It is a better film.
Let's go! This is crazy.
Because when they
Everyone's-
lose at the end of that one, you're like, okay, it's not about like
Winning or losing.
Right,
It's
that's
about
not
the
point.
lessons learned.
Right, and the
Yes!
snacking machine is about him winning. It's about
Yeah.
nothing else. It's just him being like, I have to win, and then he loses, and then he takes a shower, and he's like, okay, and then the movie ends. It's so
There was
bad.
no like arc.
Is it
no,
like meant to be
lesson?
like a sad ending, or like, oh, he didn't achieve?
No, because
is it meant to be like sometimes you don't achieve your dreams? or
No,
something?
because his best friend wins, but not against him. Like, he lost in, like, the semifinals, and then his friend went on to win.
Okay.
And then he was like, yo, congrats, man, and the movie ended.
Then it's about sportsmanship.
But the movie's not, like,
I
that's
feel
not an
like I
arc.
should watch.
The movie's not about that.
You know, I've only seen one clip of this movie, and you know, in the movie, I'm sure it's a serious moment, but it's like a joke to me now. It's the clip of Emily Blunt plays
Right.
the wife of
I know exactly
the
what
main
you're talking
character,
about.
and she's holding a gun to her head, and she's like, "I'm gonna kill myself," and you know, The Rock's just yelling "Dawn, Dawn," and then he tackles her, and she falls. It sounds really
What?
morbid, but it's really funny
Yeah.
because
And then that's the last you see of her in the movie.
really,
Yeah, and then he goes to Japan and loses at his wrestling bullshit, and then it's over.
That's
Huh.
crazy.
that's okay. That's strange.
Yeah, it's not good.
Well, okay,
It's a
no.
very bad script.
In defense of Benny Safdie, he has done The Curse, which is an amazing show with Nathan Fielder and Emma Stone, and I think he's a great actor. He's in Oppenheimer. He's gonna be in The Odyssey. He's in
He's in
acts
Licorice
in,
Pizza.
right. He acts in Good Time. Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's really,
really
good
good
in
in
Good
it,
Time.
yeah.
He's really good in Good Time. But like you know, so far what we've seen like solo directing efforts, I think Josh Safdie has.
They're
the
also
edge.
both in Yeast, which is the
Right.
first film by Mary Bronstein, who did If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You.
right.
Oh my god.
And fun connection,
Those
Mary
are-
Bronstein, who did, you know, If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, her husband, Ronald Bronstein, something Bronstein,
Yeah,
wrote
Mark, I
Marty
think.
Supreme.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a crazy.
Both of them took part in like some of the best
Yeah.
films of the year. If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You is fucking insane, by
It's
the way.
really
It's
good.
so
And we were
good.
just talking about the Golden Globes. If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You was nominated under the musical/comedy like category.
That's
How?
crazy.
How? Like I feel like I can understand to a certain extent like one bow after another. Marty Supreme. I at least laughed at a couple points during both of those films. I did not laugh a single time during If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You.
I think they just looked at the cast and they were like, that's probably a
Oh,
comedy.
it's Conan, right?
Yeah, it is Conan.
That's
It has
crazy.
Rose Byrne. She's in comedy. She's in like Neighbors and shit. You know?
It's like that's a crazy.
I think the people who run these award shows need to start watching
Yeah.
the movies, maybe.
like
Yeah. Hell.
I remember me and Asmami were watching it, and we hadn't really looked at the nominations beforehand, so we were kind of seeing it as they were showing up. And I remember I hadn't seen like exactly what it was, but it was Best Actress for something, and I was like, oh, it's of course going to be
Jesse Buckley.
yes, Jessie Buckley for Hamnet,
Yeah.
but then she's not nominated, and I'm like, huh. Okay, but then I'm like, wait, this is comedy. Why is she
Now,
here?
Rose
I haven't
Byrne.
seen Hamnet, and I know it's like a serious film, but like I feel like that, and If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You would be in the same category, right?
Hamlet's
Like,
more of a comedy than If I Had Legs.
It's crazy.
Honestly, like, I don't get it. Anyways, we're not talking about that. We're talking about Marty Supreme.
We're talking about Marty Supreme.
Yeah.
Timothée Chalamet, the GOAT.
Yo.
Like, okay, let's talk about Timothy for a second.
He's winning his Oscar, man. He's
He
coming
is.
for it.
He's guaranteed to win his Oscar. If he doesn't, we'll burn the theater down or
Yeah.
something.
I mean,
But-
like, who else? Who else
Well,
would?
you know, Wagner Moura, DiCaprio.
No.
It'll be one of those two, but it
It-
won't be.
It has to be him.
Yeah.
It has to be.
Yeah.
It's his time.
But let's talk about Timothy for a second.
Yeah.
Now, this guy, he's been around for a bit. He was doing indie movies at the start. He did Call Me By Your Name. He did Lady Bird. He did Hot Summer Nights.
Interstellar.
Bones and all.
Interstellar,
Right.
yeah.
He did Interstellar for about 2 minutes max or something like that.
But he was in it.
He was in
was
the
in
movie. But he started out doing like these, you know, Call Me By Your Name type of movies, which, you know, they were small movies, but
Another rainy day in New York.
No, we don't talk about that one.
yeah, with Selena Gomez, that's why you
Selena
mentioned it.
Gomez.
And Woody Allen, which is
Right.
why we don't talk about
Oh.
that one.
I don't know why. Okay, I don't know the lore there.
Should we tell her about Woody Allen? Did we talk
No,
about
we don't get into that.
Okay.
What if I make you
That'll be
watch
another
that
day.
movie?
I'm vetoing that one. I'm not watching a Woody Allen movie.
You
It's
know
like,
it.
this episode, Alex decided to not show up.
But no, so
I
like
accidentally deleted the files for
Oh,
this
no.
episode. I'm so sorry.
Timothy has always been an extremely talented actor, right? And you saw it in Call Me by Your Name. He was nominated for an Oscar in Call Me by Your Name at the age of what, 17, 18, something like that.
Yeah.
After that, he went on to do. Ooh, my timeline might be a bit off. Did he do Dune soon after that?
That was quite a bit later.
Yeah.
What
He did,
happened
like,
between
first,
Call Me by Your
right?
Name and
He
Dune?
did Beautiful
Ladybird.
Boy.
Beautiful
Yeah.
Boy, right? With Steve Carell.
I had no
What else?
rainy day in New York,
Bones and
people.
All.
Bone. Okay,
Yeah,
and
that's
more
what I said,
Luca
yeah.
movies. Yeah.
He's in The King. I don't know when that
Oh, he
He
did.
was in The King.
He's in The
yeah.
King. He did Wonka around the same time as Dune, I think.
that was
Wonka
after.
was-
Wonka was
yeah.
like
Oh, was it after
2
Dune?
years ago.
That was
Okay, so it's
2023,
Dune Part 2.
yeah.
Okay, my bad. Okay, sorry.
But Dune was the first, like, really big one that,
Dune
like,
was the
big
made
one.
normal
Oh,
people
Little
know
Women.
about
He was
him.
in that.
Oh my god, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Right, he's in Little Women,
Yeah.
and he's amazing in Little Women. And I
so
think
good.
Little Women and Dune happened. Dune's like his big movie, right? That's the
Yeah.
big blockbuster,
Definitely.
like. And people said at the time, like, career-defining performance, right? Like, Paul Atreides, this iconic character in literature, right? Like, and so he plays Paul, and then a couple years after, I think his next role was what? Was it A Complete Unknown?
I think
Wonka.
so.
I think
Well,
Wonka
okay.
and then
it
A
was
Complete
Wonka
Unknown.
and then A Complete Unknown. So he plays Willy Wonka and then he plays Bob Dylan right after.
Crazy.
So you would think, like, you know, Paul Atreides is like his career-defining role, and then he plays fucking Bob Dylan, right? Like one of the biggest names in music, like ever, which is insane. And people were convinced, okay, he's gonna get his Oscar for Bob Dylan, right? And also the biopic.
You were
No, and people were,
No,
and
people-
it's
yeah.
also a part of it is also because like the biopic is kind of like a token way to like just get your Oscar. Play a fucking like, you know, play Oppenheimer, you'll get your Oscar. You know, play whoever, you'll get your Oscar. But he didn't, right? Who won instead of him?
Fucking Adrian
Yeah.
Brody
Right.
won.
Who stood up on stage for 7 minutes talking about some bullshit. And I don't even know what he was talking about.
That is the biggest case of buyer's remorse in history. Everyone knew as soon as he got up on stage they should have given it to Timmy. They all regretted their
Yeah.
vote. That's why he's winning this year. They were like, "We're sorry, man."
Yeah.
We'll give you it this time.
You know, people give the movie shit. I think The Brutalist is actually a fine movie.
Isn't
It's
that
good.
I really
I
liked it.
still
4
haven't seen
hours
it.
long?
It is about 3 hours long. I really liked
There
the
was
movie.
a 15-minute intermission when he saw it in theaters.
His performance is
Good
good,
Lord.
but it's not. He won. I'm sorry. Maybe this is like rude to say, but he won an Oscar for a similar performance in The Pianist, right?
Yeah.
And that was well earned. He's amazing in The Pianist, but I feel like it had to be Timothy last year. But it is what it is. It doesn't matter because this year, Timmy came back for Marty Supreme. The way he's been marketing this movie is like
It's insane.
his life fucking depends on it. Like his family's gonna get killed if he doesn't market the movie this way. He dressed up as like a fucking. Put a ping pong ball on his head, and like, you know, going on with the Marty Supreme ball.
Stood on
on
top of the
the-
Las Vegas.
Yeah,
Right.
He's
He's
big
on-
sphere.
yeah.
He's on the Las Vegas Sphere. He did this weird Zoom call meeting where he's like, "Hey, we gotta paint the Statue of Liberty orange. We gotta have blimps and shit." He's crazy, out of his mind. And before all of this, when he won the SAG Award for A Complete Unknown, he said that he's in this to be one of the greats. He compared himself to Michael Jordan, to Michael Phelps, Viola Davis, Daniel Day-Lewis, stuff like that. And people were like, "Oh, come on, be humble, man. Come on."
No, he said he was inspired. He looks up to
He
those
wants
He
to
said,
be-
I want to
Yes.
be one of the
He
greats.
wants to be Michael Jordan, basically. That's what he said. And people were like, "Dude, you gotta be more humble, man." And he was like,
Turns out that was viral marketing for Marty
Yeah,
Supreme.
exactly, yeah. And even instead of like being humble and caving in, he fucking like leaned into it and he committed to the bit and he went insane this entire year of 2025. And then Marty Supreme comes out. And, you know, now the award shows are happening and he's winning awards. And when he goes on stage, he's like the most normal person.
He's so well spoken. Like when you
Yeah.
see him on stage, it's like this is the guy that was like fucking yelling over a Zoom call like a couple months ago, standing on top of the being like Marty Supreme, Marty Supreme, Marty Supreme, and then he'll stand up on stage getting his Golden Globe and he's like, "I'd like to thank these people," and he's just like the nicest guy ever.
Yeah, he's not like, "I want to be the
Yeah.
best." He's like, "Oh, you know, I've been with my partner for like 3 years. I love her," and
Yeah.
stuff like that. It's so sweet. And before this, he's like, "Fuck you guys, I'm the best."
And it's so crazy too because I feel like the advertisement of Marty Supreme like played a lot into how I felt going into it.
Right.
Because I mean, even if you just watch the trailers, you kind of, I mean, knowing like Uncut Gems, I didn't expect it fully to be just like a full like, oh, this guy is going to go through all these troubles and then succeed by the end.
Right.
That's not really what I was going into. But like, just if you only watched the trailer and you didn't know anything about what it was about, I can understand why someone would be like, oh yeah, he's gonna win by the end, he's gonna succeed.
Because he's so committed.
Exactly.
Right? Like, how could he not?
And like, that's exactly how he played it off. He's like, oh, I want to be one of the greats. He's doing all of these things. You think it's gonna be some sort of like amazing pursuit of like greatness and he's going to succeed in the end, but he does not at all. And I feel like
it's
that's
such a great play, because if he didn't win, people would be like, oh, he's just like Marty Supreme, but he does win, so it doesn't matter anymore. But no, let's talk about the movie, right? And the events leading up to this movie. I want to know, how did all of you feel going into this movie, and like in the build up to this movie? Not like before the movie's released, trailers, promotion, seeing fucking Timmy everywhere. How did you guys feel about that, Alex? How did you?
I'll go last because you guys saw it quite a bit.
Okay,
before
that's true.
me.
That's true. Well, okay, Avery, how did you feel?
I didn't care that much.
Okay. Did you
That's
see?
messed up.
Did you see Marty Supreme around before all of this? Like before we started talking about the movie? Like, did you see any promotion at all?
Maybe like an ad or two on Instagram, not other
Were
than,
you not
like,
aware of the ball, like the orange ball and stuff?
Genuinely.
Really?
You just knew it as the movie we
I
wouldn't shut
just
up
knew
about.
it was like you were obsessed with it, and it's Timothy, and it's about ping pong.
Right,
That's all I knew.
I'm saying
And I was
outside
like, okay.
of us, did you not see anything like online, just scrolling or
I
like?
don't think so. I don't know. If I did, I didn't
Okay.
clock it.
Okay, Sam.
I mean, the second that the trailer came out, you sent it to me. So I watched it. And then literally later in the day, I met up with you and you were like, did you see the trailer? I'm like, yes, you sent it to me. So, I mean, I feel like I got most of it from you. But, I mean, I still saw a lot of things. And I was excited for it. I was really excited. And seeing the trailers and stuff, I mean, yeah, it just seemed like a very intense, kind of like crazy, chaotic story. I wasn't really sure how it was going to go. And I feel like by the end I was happy with the ending, but it's not what I was fully expecting. But yeah, I was excited for it. And I did see the orange ball, which plays like barely any part in the actual film, which is funny because they they really promoted that.
We will talk more about that because I think that's...
Well,
I was super excited for this movie. Well, okay, I've known about this movie or this project for like years now because it got announced like years ago. Like, oh, Timothy's working with Josh Savdi, and there was this clip of him like dressed in that suit in New York and like hitting a car and yelling and stuff. Like this like came out years ago, right? So I've known about this, but then the promotion started coming out, and I was like, okay, hold on. And now I loved the promotion of this, and I fully leaned into it like mentally, like the whole like dream big persona of it, like which is like the slogan of the movie, like, hey, dream big, you're gonna be the greatest of all time and stuff. Now, of course, knowing Josh Savdi, knowing Uncut Gems, knowing Good Time, it's never gonna end well. These characters are not meant to be looked up to or idolized, or like you're not supposed to be like them, but like it's so
Cut to Swan walking out of the theater. I want to be like Marty Supreme.
His confidence and his ambition is so intoxicating just going into the movie. It's like, fuck yeah, man. I also want to be the greatest ping pong player of all time. That's so true, actually. I was super...
And you can be.
Exactly. Yeah. Maybe you can be. I was super excited for it. I saw all of the promotion. I'm a bit chronically online, which is fine, but I saw all the promotion, the fucking spheres, all like the ping pong balls, the pop-ups he did in New York, selling the jacket. Yeah. All the Steph Curry's wearing his jacket. All these celebrities are wearing the Marty Supreme jacket. It's the biggest thing.
I did see that. Kendall Jenner had it.
Everyone, Kendall Jenner, everyone had it. Yeah.
Yes.
But I was super excited for it, and I mean, we'll talk about the movie later, but like, Alex, how...
Well, you guys saw it like the day after it came out.
Boxing Day, yeah.
Yeah, I was away at home during the break, so I didn't see it until like
How did that feel?
January. It sucked because my whole timeline on Twitter, and then you guys were like, "Guys, this movie is so good. It's the best movie. It's gonna change your life."
Say that.
Fuck you.
I did not say that at all.
Every like normal person was like, "Guys, this is the best movie ever made. You're gonna shit your pants. It's so good." And I was like, "Oh, I want to watch it. I'm stuck at home. I'm in the middle of nowhere. I can't watch shit." Then I finally came back to Ottawa and I watched it, and it's so fucking good. It's
really
good.
Yeah, We watched it like right after. Well, I was being like, "Hey Sam, do you want to go Christmas Day?" And she was like, "Oh, I have family." I was like, "Oh, okay, whatever." Man. And so we
He
watched
was
it.
literally like, "It's fine, we'll
Loser.
watch it in the evening." I'm like, "I can't do Christmas Day. I can't."
But it's Marty Supreme.
I'll be like, "Hold on, Mom. Sorry, I know we want
I have
to have
priorities.
a family moment right now, but I have to go see Marty Supreme in theaters."
Timothée Chalamet's my family.
Yeah,
Exactly.
so sorry.
But yeah, no, we watched it Boxing Day, and I loved it. I loved it. Let's talk about the movie. Let's talk about the movie. How do we do this? Okay. Let's do this a bit differently.
The opening was cool.
Right.
If you want
Let's talk about the opening and stuff. But like
I
before
love
we
when-
talk
The
about
CGI sperm. That was
the
cool.
egg turning into a ping pong ball.
Right.
It was like
this movie is
That's
like
sad.
the gnarliest, unexpected like opening credits like ever. Like I remember like when they were happening on the screen, I was like, what the fuck is going on? I thought this was like a ping pong movie, man. But it makes sense. Obviously,
They stole
it
that
does.
from Spike Lee. He did it first. The CGI sperm.
Right, and the
And She Hate Me.
Right, yeah, and
The
She
Anthony
Hate Me.
Mackie
Yeah,
one.
so true. But okay, now, before we talk about the movie, I think we all know each other's ratings of this movie. So let's just say it, right? I think
I
because
think I'm gonna get yelled at here.
I think let's work in the context of these ratings, right? So, Alex, what did you give? Alex, what did you give the
The
movie?
new year, new season. We're shaking things up, doing things differently. Ratings first.
Wow.
Sure.
That's crazy. I gave it a 9 out of 10.
Okay, not yet.
I give it a 10 out of 10.
I also gave it a 10. Avery, what did you give?
I gave it a 3 out of
Fuck
10.
you, Avery, you piece of shit.
Okay,
that's
Fuck
crazy.
you.
So, okay,
Podcast over.
because this is
Because
information.
we've talked about this movie before, so okay, whatever. Go ahead.
Not
I haven't
really,
talked
though.
about it.
Not-
We talked
Not-
about it on the way back.
I know, but like not like in depth. So I really like let's
Oh.
really talk about it. So first
I
of all,
said
What was
everything
your
I had
like
to say.
initial thoughts like coming out of it? Like what were you like talking about?
wait,
like,
hold on. Before we
immediately
do
after
that,
it
hold
ended?
on, Avery. Why don't you try and summarize the movie
Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
the best you can?
Okay. So there's
Not beat by beat, just
Okay, so it's about Marty Supreme,
Marty Mauser.
Marty Mauser, and
Marty
he-
Supreme. That's his name.
It's not
We'll just call him
I thought
Marty
that was
Supreme.
his name. He wants to be the greatest ping pong person ever. So he tries to do that, but then a bunch of bad things happen, and then he doesn't achieve that. Basically,
Well,
That's a good breakdown. Okay,
like you said, not beat by beat. That's the general overview.
the movie is about Marty Mauser. He wants to be the greatest table tennis player,
Yes.
and in order for him to like get to that, he does some really stupid things that get him into a lot of trouble. And the ending isn't exactly what he wanted, but maybe it also is. Right?
you said exactly
What?
what she
Yeah,
said.
that's-
Yeah.
Except
You
like
said
less
wrong.
condescending.
God Lord.
Let's talk
It
about
starts, he gets a girl
Yeah.
pregnant, and that's kind of like the main, like, oh, this is your, like, a
It happens.
ticking time bomb of, like, responsibilities.
Yeah, exactly.
And then a bunch of bad things happen.
Right.
Yeah.
It doesn't, like, that's
Everything
it.
goes
That's
to
the
shit.
movie.
The opening, the very first frame of the movie, it's like shoeboxes, and he's like looking through shoeboxes, and he picks up a 9.5, and then he puts it back and picks up an 8.5. He goes out.
How many times
He
have
gives
you seen this
it.
movie?
He gives it to an old lady, and he's trying to forcefully fit the shoe on her leg, and she's like, "It doesn't fit me. I'm like a 9.5." He's like, "Oh, we don't have 9.5s. We only have 8.5s. You should get this other, more expensive brand, right?" Like in the first like minute of the movie, you're already exposed to like the fucking asshole that this guy is, right? He lies to people for no reason, and this job that he has, this fucking shoe salesman job, he doesn't even want the job. Like when the guy who's working, who manages the store, he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna make you a manager." Marty's like, "I don't fucking want manager. I want to go play table tennis. I want to play ping pong, man." And so, I mean, I think it puts on display really well what a scumbag this guy is.
Yeah.
And the movie only goes on to expose that even further.
Yeah.
I think.
And like because I was talking about this, because Avery, I mean, maybe I'm getting a bit ahead of myself here, but I know that one of your main kind of critiques of the film is just that you didn't like,
Yeah, the character.
yeah, you didn't
He's
like
an
him
arrogant
enough.
piece of shit. He's not
So,
likable.
like,
That's the point.
So
That's-
what though?
You're not rooting for him.
You're not
if he's
supposed
the
to.
protagonist, you want to like root for the guy, right? Like I want him to suffer. He's a worthless piece
Well,
of
he
shit.
does by the end. He kind of gets what he deserves.
Why do you need to root for someone to like a movie? Like, I really don't get that.
Because otherwise, then what's the point? You're just like, haha, fuck you, bitch.
It's like a character study.
Not...
The thing is, Marty is like a human guy. Like, he's a fuck up. He's a horrible person, but he is human. He has these ambitions which are really like confused and convoluted, but he is deeply. He's a young fucking kid, right? That's his whole thing. He's a fucking.
How old is he in this movie?
Like 21, 22, something like that. He's a stupid kid, and he wants to be the greatest and stuff like that. He has these wild ambitions, which I think is something most people can resonate with, but he goes about doing that stuff in the worst way possible. My point is, why... How do I word this? Like, I don't know. I personally don't feel the need to root for a character when I'm watching a movie. But I don't know how to justify that. I'm trying to find a way to justify that.
The thing is that Marty, at least in my opinion, I feel like as much as like he is absolutely and very clearly like an asshole and a bad person, there is still a part of him that you can kind of root for, which is his kind of ambition and his desire to be the greatest. As much as he is not going through the best way to, you know, do it, there's still something admirable about him seeking out a dream and like doing anything to
and
reach
that
it.
makes him a compelling character.
Exactly.
And it's good to watch compelling characters on the screen. I think that's what it really comes down to. If a character is well written, he has a lot of dimension and depth to him, then it's just a fun thing to watch. It's like, wow, like that's because it's human, it's real.
It's like in the same way that like, I mean, I feel like there's still something that is a little bit intriguing or like, you know, I guess something that I can sympathize with within Marty. If he was just a complete asshole, complete terrible person, never did anything that I could actually admire, then yeah, maybe I wouldn't enjoy the movie much. Yeah. But in the same way, if you had like the perfect character, it's like, then what is the point of telling the story?
There's
no
it's like they
growth.
go through arcs and stuff. Like
he goes through an arc though.
But does he? Like
he does. Of course he does.
Okay, but like. The whole thing is, like, he got himself in those situations. Yeah. Like, I have no sympathy for him. Like,
what does that mean? Have you never gotten yourself into, like, a shitty situation?
Yeah, but then you learn from it. He just gets into worse and worse and worse situations.
Yeah, and then he learns from it.
How?
At the end.
No, he does. I don't think he does. I really don't think
are you talking... We'll get into the ending.
Are you talking about what happens after the ending, or just, like, where the movie ends?
What's your ending? It ends with him looking at his child.
It ends with him looking at his child that he
should not be a father. Can I say that? He's going to be a terrible.
A lot of people have
so much to talk about before we get to the ending.
Alice, what's your take on the whole, like, you know?
I do think that, like, even if you completely don't sympathize with Marty, there's other characters to sympathize with, like
That's
the girlfriend, and you sympathize with her through the perspective of, like, what Marty is putting her through. So even if you're like, I fucking hate this guy, he's an asshole, you can still sympathize with the other people he's interacting with and, like, get attached to it from that point of view.
But do you feel the need to do that when you're watching this movie? Like, would it be a bad movie if you didn't sympathize with anyone?
No, you don't have to, but I think that's a benefit to the movie.
Of course.
Is that, like, all the supporting characters are people that you fully understand and that there's people that you do root for.
Yeah.
So it's not just him, like, being an asshole, like, for no reason. Like, he's being an asshole, but he's doing it to people that you care about, and so it contextualizes it, right? It isn't, you're just not just watching him, like, do shitty things.
Yeah.
It's him doing shitty things to well-meaning people that don't deserve that.
Right.
And you care about them. Like, you care about, like, that one friend that he takes advantage of, that, like, his dad,
the guy,
like,
the ping pong who makes him balls,
Like, you care about him. You care about Gwyneth Paltrow's character. I think she's very empathetic.
She's a really interesting character. We'll get into her a bit further. And, like, his girlfriend, like...
Exactly.
Of course.
Okay, like, you know, talking about Uncut Gems for just a moment, the main character in that, Adam Sandler's character, is a complete, like, to me, in my eyes, he's completely soulless. I feel like Marty, to some extent, does have a soul, and he has real emotions, he does come to some sort of revelation at the end, but Howard doesn't. Right? He lives an awful life. You see him doing awful things in the entire movie, nothing to redeem himself, and then he just dies at the end.
He dies at, like, his lowest point, too. When it's like his gambling addiction got him to, like, the worst place it's ever gotten to.
Exactly.
He won, though.
He won right now. He died feeling happy, I guess. But like
he won, but like you know, like, imagine if he didn't die. Like, his life wouldn't have suddenly gotten better. Like,
No.
he would have just been like, oh, this proves that, like, gambling, like, is a
Exactly.
good thing, because look where it got me. He would
Exactly.
just go lower and lower from there.
So I view Howard as kind of like a representation of what gambling is, of what addiction is. That's why I like the movie so much, because it's a good study of what addiction, gambling, and being a fucking degenerate to your family and everyone does to you, what it does to the soul. It corrupts you completely. And he dies at the end, and that's what that is. Marty, to me, is a character in his own right, but he's also a representation of ambition gone and understood fully, like, completely wrong. Being apathetic to the people around you. And just those things, you know, like these characters are a representation of, like, the things that they do. And, you know, like, these real life emotions and feelings, you know what I mean? Which is why I'm able to watch this movie without feeling the need to be like, oh, I gotta root for Marty, otherwise this movie is just not good. You know? Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? Like, that's how I look at it, at least.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, the movie.
Guys,
We're so
it's
rusty.
kind of
We're
interesting.
so good at this.
It's kind of interesting how the end of Uncut Gems ends with him kind of winning, but then just dying, like winning in quotation marks. Whereas this one, I feel like it kind of ends with, I guess, like a rebirth in a way, because it's like,
well,
you know,
literally.
like that's how I see it, where it's like he has this child and he's like crying, you know, seeing his child, and it's like, you don't, I guess, yeah, when you say like, oh, he doesn't, you know, have a complete arc, you don't know if he learns his lesson. Like, you don't know if after this he's just gonna go and leave his family again. But
I think it's ambiguous, where you don't
exactly.
really know what he's thinking in that final moment.
Which is what makes it so good. You know what? Let's get to the end. Let's build up to it a little bit, because I don't know why we skipped to the ending all of a sudden.
Well, it's
We
because
keep doing it because it's so good.
But okay, so he's competing in these ping pong tournaments. He loses the first one to this, like, Japanese player, Kodo Endo, and he crashes the fuck out, and he blames it on his paddle or, like, his technique or something. He makes a bunch of, like, you know, racist comments about how he's gonna nuke Japan again or something like that. And
This is some fucked up shit in this.
yeah, he does.
He do. But yeah, then he gets involved in many strange things because he wants to make it to Tokyo. That's his objective in the entire movie. He wants to make it to Tokyo to compete in the tournament again and beat this guy. That's his whole thing. And to do that, I don't know.
Well, okay, first of all, because of how he acted in the first tournament, the tournament was like, hey, we're charging you, like, what, $1,500
exactly,
or something?
yeah.
So then he has to pay that, which he doesn't have the money.
Yeah, he doesn't have the money. Or, well, he does have the money.
He's trying to get the money, and that goes...
Yeah, he does have the money, but then the guy he robbed at the start of the movie, he robbed someone at the start of the movie. The guy he robs at the start of the movie takes the money from him, and then he's in a police chase, and then this happens. He gets involved with Gwyneth Paltrow's character, and then his girlfriend's pregnant, this and that.
He tries to get money from Gwyneth Paltrow, and then he tries to get money from Abel Ferrara, and then
the dog.
A bathtub falls on him, and then his dog gets hurt.
Oh, and then the best part of the movie when he walks into the girlfriend. Okay, he has a girlfriend, and she's with another guy, right?
Right.
And he's like abusing,
And he
walks
him,
in. Shame on you.
Right. So
that was the only part of the movie
his
I
girlfriend,
enjoyed.
who
that was the best part.
His girlfriend, who he has sex with in the beginning, is pregnant, and it's Marty's child, but she's married to another man.
How do we know this?
What?
Like, genuinely, like, if she's with another guy.
The opening credits are Marty's sperm.
Yeah, but like... okay, fair enough.
It's very clearly his child.
Okay, fair enough.
But like, yeah, so she is married to another man, and she comes up to Marty and she's like, oh, my husband abuses me. She puts some eye makeup on to like pretend like her eye's bruised, and Marty's like, whoa, that's fucked up. So he goes to the husband's house and he's like,
shame on you.
And he slaps him for no fucking reason. And then the movie,
because he thinks he's abusing his.
Sure, fine. And then
he beats the shit out of him.
And then he goes to live with his friend who's living with his parents, and this friend made him these orange ping pong balls. And okay, let's talk about these ping pong balls for a second, right? One of the big ideas. It's really that funny.
I want to keep talking about that one
I love that one scene so good.
God.
In the theater, I laughed for like 5 minutes. Anyways.
He needed to beat the shit out of more people.
Yeah.
I agree.
But no,
Shame on you.
those orange like ping pong balls,
Yes.
like they played such a big part of the like, promotion for the film.
Yeah.
And they show up like twice.
And it's not even like the most important plot point. Like the dog is
isn't.
more important than the ping pong ball.
Literally.
Yeah. Well, it was Marty's idea, right, to have the orange. And
Right,
then his
it's
friends,
his idea, and he
makes
pitches
into
it
a
like
thing.
it's like the second coming of Christ or something.
And
Yeah.
it represents like his ambition. Like he's gonna be on the Wheaties box. He's gonna have these like ping pong balls that
like,
are really big.
It represents him
his
and his
marketing.
ambitions,
Yeah.
and then there's a scene in the movie where all of these orange ping pong balls are collected in a box that his friend made for him. He went out of his way to make his dreams come true, and then Marty treats him like shit, and then he throws them out of the building and they bounce on the sidewalk.
I thought the
Yeah.
friend does that.
Yeah, the friend does
Yeah.
that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And it's like he's just any other
He's just
guy.
any other guy. He's
He's just
some
one
fucking-
ping pong ball and he's one orange ping pong ball and a bunch of other orange ping
He's
pong
just
balls.
some
Wow.
fucking guy,
That's
you know,
good.
like that's true.
Yeah.
That's what it is, and it's I don't know. I love that scene.
Yeah.
But that's basically what's happening. And then the movie ends up with him. He finally makes it to Tokyo. And okay, let's talk about Kevin O'Leary for a second, right?
Yeah.
So Kevin O'Leary, Mr. Wonderful from
yes.
Shark Tanks in this movie, in his first acting role, he's playing himself
God.
under a different name called Milton Rockwell. He's actually just playing himself.
He is playing
Right?
himself.
He's some rich guy, and he's wearing 2 watches for some reason.
No, Kevin O'Leary collects watches in real life. So
He's
it's probably
literally
his
just
own
playing
watches.
himself.
Yeah.
God, but
his
yeah,
role,
so he
actually.
sucks this millionaire guy. He's married to Gwyneth Paltrow's character, and Marty's, and this. Kevin O'Leary comes into Marty. He's like, "Hey, you want to do like this show with me? This fucking exhibition game in Tokyo?" And Marty's like, "What the fuck are you, man?
He's
Fuck
like,
you."
fuck you. I'm so glad your son died. Piece of shit.
I'm so glad your son died, killing Nazis. And he's like, "Oh man, that's not nice." And then
Like, I don't like you anymore.
I don't like
man.
you anymore. And so Marty gets in, deep shit, and he's like, "Oh, I should go back to the guy and apologize." He tries. Milton's like, "Fuck off." And then at one point, Milton's like, "You know what? Fine, I'll accept your apology under one condition: if you bend over, pull your pants down, and let me spank you with a ping pong paddle." And Marty complies. He's like, "All right, man, fine."
Ass.
Yeah.
So,
But it's just crazy. Like, he goes from one extreme to the other. He goes from being like, fuck you, I'm the best, none of you guys matter, I'm just gonna use you and then leave you, like, to, dry while I just go, become the best ping pong player ever.
tournament.
And then later he's like, oh shit, this isn't working for me,
Yeah.
okay.
And he's full of contradictions because near the start of the movie, he tells like this other person he plays against, like, "Hey, I would never take part in this fucking vaudeville circus act of these athletes. I'd never do that." And then the movie just
Immediately after.
it randomly cuts to him in
Yeah.
the circus act playing against a seal or something, and it's just the movie doesn't even like acknowledge that really. It just
No.
kind of shows him like, "Oh yeah, I'm with the best athletes, man. You don't even know me." But yeah, that's his whole deal. And then he finally makes it to Tokyo, and it's an exhibition game, right? And it's scripted for him to lose. Marty is supposed to lose so that the Japanese player gets more, fame, recognition, and praise, and more.
Because he's kind of like a national hero at this point. Because
Yeah.
he beat the American, and it's like this big victory for Japan.
It is worth mentioning that this movie does take place like early 50s, which
Yeah.
is like right after World War II, which is why
Right.
the whole Japanese, coming against America is like a big deal, right? Like that's a big thing.
Yeah.
So
I did like in that scene where he like jumps on stage and everyone's like, "Who the fuck is that?" And then he like
Right.
points to
Yeah.
the poster and they're like, "Oh yay!"
Yeah. All white people look the same. I don't blame them.
yeah, but yeah, so Marty's set up to lose, and so that Milton can sell more of his pens in Japan and stuff like that. And so Marty agrees. He's like, "Fine, I'll do that." And he's playing against Kodo, and he loses the game. But then something that Marty doesn't know is going to happen is that the announcer just comes up on stage and he's announcing something in Japanese, and Marty's like, "Hey, can you translate that for me?" And the guy says, "Oh, they're gonna bring out a pig, and you have to kiss it on stage." And Marty's like, "What the fuck? I didn't agree to that." And there's a scene. It's a close-up shot of Marty just standing there and looking at this pig coming out, and he's just like thinking, "He's like, there's no fucking way this is happening,
Yeah.
right?" And I feel like that's his rock bottom. He's had many rock bottoms in the movie, but that's really his rock. He's in a foreign country. He doesn't know the language. He doesn't know anyone there, and he's about to kiss a pig on stage in front of so many people.
Which has like further implications too, because he's Jewish. So
Right.
that's, like a whole other kind of
exactly.
aspect of it.
And by the way, the whole Jewish aspect of him and the film in general is definitely highlighted. There's this scene where one of these Jewish like people who are in the camps, he like sprays honey on his body and stuff like that, and like the people in the camps licks it off him. And there's no reason to.
I don't know what to make of that.
There's no real reason to show that scene. It's like, I guess, insignificant in terms of plot, but it does bear some thematic, value. Mm-hmm. And I think it is interesting. I don't really know what to make of that scene entirely, but it is interesting. Maybe it's to show, like, Marty kind of piggybacks off of his story when he doesn't really know what they went through in these camps. Maybe it's that. Sure. But at the same time, we don't know anything about Marty's past. Right?
No.
We know nothing. And he
just loves ping pong.
Right. And when they ask him about his past, he like pulls a Dylan and he's like, oh yeah, my dad fucking drove off. My mom's dead when his mom's alive. Yeah, my sister died and he doesn't have a sister. So I don't know. It's kind of strange.
Yeah.
But anyway, Marty's on stage and he hits rock bottom. And I think at that point, he kind of like flips a switch and he's like, no, fuck all that. I'm dropping all this shit. I'm going to try and get back the remaining pieces of my pride and self-respect, try and beat this guy and then go back home. Then that's what happens. It's this crazy game, the final game, and he wins. Now, Avery, you said when we finished watching the movie that the fucking ping pong game at the end was fucking pointless because it's just an exhibition game.
It's an exhibition game. He doesn't get into the tournament.
Which is the point, I think. He doesn't deserve to be in the tournament after all the shit he's done, but he retains some pride, some self-respect.
He doesn't even get to go in the tournament anyways. They're still like, no, fuck you.
He found out when he got there that he wasn't even.
Right.
The guy hates him so much. The guy who organizes the tournament.
But it was just like it didn't matter that he like won the tournament. He just needed to like beat this fucking Japanese loser.
Exactly.
That's all he wanted was to be the best.
It makes sense why some people like are kind of like, that's kind of pathetic. Like you don't even win anything, but you're so happy about it, and that's what it's supposed to be. Yeah. It's supposed to be that you find it pathetic, but to him, he just needs he was about to kiss a pig on stage. All he cares about is just having some sort of pride, even if it's like everybody else in the world doesn't care. Exactly. Only him. It's just for him.
It's the perfect satire of like sports movies because they all end with like the big triumphant the hero's gonna win, it's gonna be awesome, and then they do and you go, woo, hell yeah, this is awesome,
and he wins and it's like, okay, well,
it's like this piece of shit, like you don't want him to win, but it's still framed like this big like celebratory thing, like hell yeah, I did it, and then you cut to the crowd and they're just like, this guy sucks,
exactly.
Like he's such an asshole,
and he's like crying on stage and people are like, dude, this is a fucking promotion for a band.
Exactly. Like he's having like his triumphant hero moment crying on stage and like no one cares. They just think he's an asshole.
Exactly. It's like the audience to the actual ping pong match is like the audience watching the film.
Exactly.
Like, you're just some stupid guy who's
fun anymore.
This isn't fun. This is just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And it's like,
because he's playing in like a serious game. Yeah. And the thing is, Koto Endo, he's like a really like upstanding guy. He's a humble guy and he loves the game and he plays the game. Mm-hmm. Now, he's okay. I saw someone online point this out, and I didn't really think of this, but a big thing at the start of the movie, Marty says, is that, hey, we need to make the balls orange because you can't really see the balls when they're up against, like, the white shirts. Mm-hmm. At the end of the movie, they're playing with a white ball, and they're both wearing white shirts. And to me, what that represents is that the whole orange thing was just another one of his bullshit schemes, right? It didn't matter if the ball was orange, purple, white, black, whatever, right? It's just about the game. And he tries blaming it on his paddle, on his technique. He has a different paddle. He's Japanese, whatever. At the end, it doesn't matter. Because when he finally puts all of that bullshit aside, he plays. And granted, he is an amazing player. He's a really good ping pong player. And he wins the game, right? So I think that's definitely sort of like, he realizes that all of that's like excuses. It's all noise. And he puts it aside and he wins the game.
Yeah.
I think that's sort of what it represents. Also, it is interesting that, Koto's deaf. Mm-hmm. And I saw someone point out that, like, maybe Marty's wearing white on purpose because Koto's deaf, so he has to rely on his vision. And if he can't really see the ball against his white shirt, he can't see. Maybe. I don't know about that. It didn't come off that way to me. It's possible. But Koto's also wearing white,
it doesn't matter. It cancels out. Then.
Yeah. But that is interesting, I think. Mm-hmm. Yep, he wins. Also, we didn't mention this, but while he's in fucking Tokyo, his girl's giving birth, back in America. Like, she's in labor, and he's in Tokyo about to kiss a pig. But he wins, and he goes
and then
back
also
home.
Kevin O'Leary
father.
comes up to him and he's like, I'm a vampire.
Okay,
Oh, yeah?
right.
Gotta talk about that.
Kevin O'Leary comes up to him mid ping pong game and he's like, "Hey Marty, did you know I was born in 1608? I'm a fucking vampire."
Why do I not remember this?
No, it's a really like small moment, but it happens. He tells him
I was probably asleep at that point.
That's crazy.
middle of the climax of the movie. But he comes up to him, he's like, "Hey Marty, I'm a vampire." And the point he's making is like, "Hey, there's like millions of Marty Mousers, man. You're never gonna be happy." And Marty just laughs. He's like, "Okay, man. What the fuck? What are you talking about?"
Which is great because apparently he improvised that. Like
Right.
Kevin
Did he?
O'Leary. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Right. And I saw this recently. I sent this to Alex. I don't know if this is true, but apparently one of the scrapped endings of the movie was supposed to be Marty as a grandfather, like in the future, and Kevin O'Leary comes out of nowhere and bites him as a vampire. That was meant to be an ending of the movie.
What?
I would have loved that.
That would have
crazy.
raised my rating.
That would have been so good.
I choose to treat like what he said there as being real.
Yeah.
That he is actually a vampire. It makes it so much funnier.
But no, that's a great scene. And then Marty goes back.
It's so
I
good.
don't even remember this.
It's the one good
God.
contribution he had to the
If
movie.
only Rob
I fucking hate
had-
Kevin O'Leary, man. He's so bad. He's not even good in this. I'm
He
sorry.
wants to play a Bond villain
fine.
next. I think he's actually
He has
fun.
some pretty bad like line reads.
Really?
Yeah.
He has
thought
a
he was
Shark
fine.
Tank like line reads. He's like, "This is what I'm gonna do for you."
Yeah. Some of
God.
it's so bad. But it's
It's
funny.
just-
It's
It
fun.
is funny.
Yeah.
And he wants to play a Bond villain next.
Oh my god. He should never be in a movie.
They're gonna put
again.
him in more movies.
No,
They're gonna put him in more
this
movies.
was enough. Like I get it, like he's basically playing himself, but you don't
Yeah.
need to do this again. It was funny one time.
Yeah.
We don't need to see more of this guy.
But
You know what's funny? I was watching his episode of the Adam Friedland show,
Mm-hmm.
and it opens with 5 minutes of him playing guitar. It's so funny because like he's not even bad. Like I'll say he's like I don't consider myself to be a very good musician. He's probably better than me,
Mm-hmm.
but he's not good. He's like it's kind of sloppy. He's just doing like pentatonics. But like he's like, I'm so good. I play guitar all the time, and it's like that sums him up so perfectly.
Yeah.
Even in this movie, like he's fine. He's not a bad actor, but he's not good.
he's playing himself. There's nothing
Yeah.
to say.
Yeah.
There's
Right.
really nothing
But
to
he's
say.
like doing the press tour, being like, "I'm such a good actor. I should get an Oscar nomination for this."
I wonder if that's part of the bit, or if he's actually crazy enough to believe that.
don't know.
I have no idea. But okay, so Marty goes back from Tokyo back to America, and I love this part. He goes back with like the army that was there in Japan, and he goes back with them, like with the troops. And there's a shot of like the troops going back, and they're like hugging their families and their daughters and stuff, and Marty's just there alone by himself, walking with a
Yeah.
briefcase and a suit. That's a really interesting scene. I think that symbolizes a bunch of different things, which I can't think about right now, but that's a really cool scene. This leads into the final scene of the
That
movie.
symbolizes something, I'm
It
sure.
definitely does.
Couldn't tell you what, but something. Something's there. I feel it, man. Sorry.
This leads into the final scene of the movie, which we've been talking about the entire time.
Yeah.
He goes to see his girlfriend, and then he walks past his family, and he sees his baby. And he sees this baby, and we get a needle drop of, everybody wants to rule the world by Tears for Fears. Amazing song, by the way.
Really good song.
That's so good.
And he just starts crying. He just starts bawling. And it's such a perfect moment, and it's played so perfectly by Timmy that you can't tell why, like, the crying could mean so many different things, right? Like, it's...
Yeah.
And the
what did
song...
you think, Avery?
Yeah, what did you think the crying was about?
I don't fucking know. Emotions. He had bottled up emotions. And he let it
Was it
out.
like, I love this baby. Like, is that what?
No, definitely. I don't think so.
You don't think it was that?
No.
Because a lot of people do think it's that.
Really?
That
Yeah.
could be part of
That's
it.
kind of
I
the
think.
main takeaway I think a lot of people have.
I think that's Josh Safdie's intention when making the film.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I saw it, where it's like, it's this physical thing in front of him. Like, his girlfriend has been like pregnant for the entirety of the movie, and he kind of just brushes it aside. He's
She
like,
gets
oh, I'm
shot,
gonna be
by
a
the
father.
way.
She does!
Yeah.
It's like, okay,
Yeah.
God. And like, I feel like he just kind of brushes past, because he's still like number one focus. But it's like, now this is like a physical human being that is his child, that he has some sort of like need to take care of. And so I see it as him crying because I mean, like, literally the song says, welcome to your life. There's no turning back.
Yeah.
It's like, this is literally, his life now as a father. And it's like, I think also it could be crying because, oh shit, this is my life now. I'm a father.
And there's no turning back.
There's no turning back.
There's 2 ways to take that
Yeah.
line.
Like, do you see it as like a bad thing in his mind where it's like, I can't like focus on ping pong anymore, I have a kid to deal with? Or is it more like,
Honestly,
I have this kid and like all that ping pong shit like was pointless because this is what matters?
I think the ping pong thing for him ended when he beat Endo. I think when he beat the guy, I think that's when he kind of called it quits on the whole ping pong thing. Because, like, what else can he do? He's never going to play a tournament again.
That was, like, the peak of everything he's been doing. And then he had a stronger emotional reaction to this baby that he, like, didn't care about the entire movie. So it's kind of like him realizing, like, this is what I actually should care about. And not, like, all the ping pong stuff and all the stuff leading up to it, which is almost certainly going to land him in prison.
Right.
Which is kind of the tragic part of it, too.
Exactly.
Like, he finally realizes what actually matters to him, and it might be too late.
Exactly. And it's like, there's also, like, I feel like there's something about the fact that there's a wall in between. Like, he's not actually holding his baby. He's looking at it through, like, a window. Like a, glass
a door
pane.
window.
Yeah.
Right.
And, like, he's
possibly through a jail cell later on.
Literally. And it's like...
Exactly, yeah. I don't think it's one thing or the other. I think it's definitely a combination.
Yeah.
I also think on just like a more natural, like human level, it's probably just seeing your child.
Yeah.
Right? Like not even like what goes into it, like, oh my god, I should have been there for it, or like stuff like that. It's just like, wow, wait, I give like that's my child, you know?
Yeah.
Like that's part of me. And I feel like it could also be like, I can't believe I missed the birth of my child because I was there kissing a pig on stage in Tokyo. Yeah. It could be so many different things.
It's interesting too that the baby stops crying when it sees him, and it has like a very emotionless look on its face.
Right.
And what do you make of that? Because I thought initially it was the idea that, like, in some way it's saying that the baby doesn't actually love him or have feelings for him, and he has to kind of reckon with that fact that, like, maybe there's something there.
I wonder. Okay, I'll go down this path with you. I wonder if, like, I don't know why I said that.
no, let's do it.
They're walking down the path together. Okay,
how sweet.
We're following.
I wonder if the baby is in some way a representation of his sort of quote unquote like real dreams or real ambitions or something like that. And it being emotionless towards him while he's crying, bawling in front of it is like an emotional like disconnect. Like there's a disconnect between what he wants, what he thinks he wants, his dreams, and himself, you know? And you see it throughout the movie, he never gets what he really wants in the entire movie, like the whole ping pong thing. And I feel like maybe that's what that look symbolizes. Like he won't get what he wants. He wants to be a dad now. Now he wants to be a dad. Now, but it's too late. He's going to be in prison. He's going to live a really tough life. He's going to come out, like you said, look at the kid through like a prison cell or something. Yeah. So there's a disconnect. And there's always going to be a disconnect between Marty and his dreams and any object that represents that dream, whether it's the fucking orange ping pong ball, whether it's, the match in Japan, whether it's the baby that, he helped give birth, like,
Yeah.
I feel like that's maybe part of what it means.
And the thing is that every single time that, what stops him from achieving his dream is stuff that he did. He is the reason why he wasn't allowed into the tournament again. He's the reason why he, had to basically, like, embarrass himself and, like, get Kevin O'Leary to fucking, like, spank him. And then he's the reason why he has to kind of, he dealt with that first loss and, like, got laughed at and was going to kiss the pig. And he's the reason why he's probably going to go to jail after, seeing this kid.
Exactly. I think it's a spin on the Uncut Gems ending where Howard never learns from anything and he just dies. Whereas Marty, I feel like after the whole prison thing, after the mess his life is going to be for the next couple of years, there is a chance. There's a little glimmer. There's a chance that he learns and becomes a better person. There's a small chance. I don't doubt that he's going to be a shitty person to his wife, if he even marries her, a shitty person to the baby, a shitty person to his family and all of that. But I feel like there's a chance that he changes. And I think that's what the movie's trying to say at the end, that there's a chance that he changes. It's really a coming of age movie. That's what it's really a coming of age movie. And that's what that ending is. And it's a perfect ending.
Because a lot of people like do like crazy shit like when they're young, and then they have to have that moment where they like mature. They have to grow up,
But you also have to pay, the price of it. Like you have to pay your consequences. Right. You can't run away from that stuff,
Exactly.
You did a bunch of shitty things. You can't just run away from it. You have to deal with the consequences.
Even the baby itself is a consequence of
Exactly.
his actions
Exactly.
earlier.
Exactly.
Everything comes back to him.
But talking about the whole like dreams thing, like I think the coming of age in that sense is just like, he had his priorities in the wrong place. That's really it. He didn't even like the idea of a baby. He was like, hey, I always like pull out or something like that. He's telling Tyler, the creator. He's like, I hold my pee for 8 seconds before I piss again. And Tyler's like, that's going to cause a bladder infection, man. He's like, no, man, I'm different. So it's really against this idea of a baby and stuff. But at the end, The crying is perfect because like we discussed like 15 different things it could be, and it's a combination of everything. It's just perfect, I think. Avery, what do you make of all that, of everything you said?
It's great.
No, but
I don't know.
What?
I didn't really think anything of that.
We know you hated the movie, so what don't you like about it?
I didn't think anything of that scene at the time, but I like listening to your
when the ending happened,
theories.
what were you thinking? Like when he's crying in front of the baby, like what were you thinking?
I just thought, I don't know, just, he was just, overwhelmed and kind of let all of his emotions
Right, no,
out.
but like what did you like make of it, like in context of the film, I mean?
That's all I thought.
No, okay, well, after the movie...
Okay, but you thought, like, he was an
think-
asshole and you couldn't sympathize with him.
Yeah.
So what did you think about the ending in terms of, like, did it make you kind of see him as being a bit more relatable and human because he, like, connects with this baby? Or were you still like, this guy's an asshole, I don't care? Like, did that change anything
Do you
in
think
the way you saw him?
do you think his actions throughout the movie are like bad enough for you to write him off as an asshole forever? Do you think nothing's like?
I think he's gonna be a shitty dad though. Like I feel bad for the child. No
That's
offense.
a fair interpretation,
Yeah,
too.
that's fine.
Okay, thanks guys.
But that's fair. But like, did you not think that there's
I didn't really think much of that scene. I was just like, okay, he's crying now. Where's the baby? Like, I'm sorry.
He's just crying now.
Well, I just thought it was like all the like emotions of all the overwhelming like stuff that has happened throughout the movie, and then he cries.
Yeah, no, I think that's part of it.
Let some stuff out.
It's part of it, yeah. But like, in terms of you thinking of him as an asshole, did that like change or
I still think he's an asshole.
Right?
Like,
Yeah, he is an asshole. But like, do you like? How do I say this?
What do you want from me?
No,
I still like. I don't know. I still think like I didn't go. Oh, now he's good. Now I like.
No,
the
of course not. Of
character.
course not. No one changes like that. But like, one of your main reasons for not liking the movie is that he's an asshole. He's a bad person. You can't root for him.
Mm-hmm.
So like, did that still stand as strong as it did, like at the end of the movie, as it did in the start? Like,
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay. What else don't you like about it? You love sports movies, right? How does
It's
this
not
work as a sports movie?
Like it isn't. It's not a sports.
She didn't like
movie,
Uncut
though.
Gems. She was never gonna.
I
like
gave
that.
it the
Okay.
same rating as Uncut
But
Gems. I think
no.
that's like justified.
But is
They're
that
like more or less the same movie.
Is it an issue for you that like it's not really a sports movie, even though like it kind
No,
of sets
because
itself
I
up as
can
one?
like movies that aren't sports movies.
No,
it
but-
does have like an undertone of sports. Okay, we're gonna wrap things up. Like, okay, like a show that I recently watched that has an undertone of sports.
Okay.
Heated Rivalry. It's like not about sports. It's about these
Yeah.
two guys finding love for each other with
Right.
an undertone of hockey to it. This is a movie about some guy going down a downward spiral.
I
There's
don't
an
think it's
undertone
about
of
ping
I was just
ping
worried
pong.
that like her complaint was gonna be like, it's not about ping pong, man.
Right.
This
No,
is
like
crazy.
there's movies out there that aren't about sports that I like. Like it doesn't need to.
Well, yeah, but I thought that like
No.
it presenting itself as a sports movie would like ruin your expectations of it or
No,
something.
no, I didn't do that. I didn't like.
So you don't like the movie because Marty's like a dick?
He's an asshole.
that's,
It's
like,
not
your
my.
reason.
It like
That's
gave
it.
it. Well, it gave me. It's just a bunch of nothing to me. Like it's just like.
But we just talked about it for like an hour, explaining
Well,
how
it's
there's
just
Wasn't
nothing
it
to-
fun? It wasn't
it-
a fun time.
No, how I felt towards this movie is how I felt towards Uncut Gems. It was just like a spiral, like thing after thing after thing, but it was just like a headache of like whiplash of all these different
That's
things
what makes it
happening.
so
Isn't that
good.
cool?
Like,
Like,
isn't it so good?
You guys like those movies? I don't. Like, I can't justify. Like, there's movies that you guys like that I like that you
Do you
guys
not
don't.
like the anxious feeling of the movie? You don't like that? No.
She didn't like that with Uncut Gems. I don't think she's gonna like
That's-
it.
I mean, Uncut Gems is like
Like-
a lot more anxious than
You
this.
know,
I
like
think.
just seeing everything fall apart and like all this different stuff he's trying to juggle and
I think it's so
really.
fascinating. It's so
not
fun.
for
It's
me.
just
I'm
fun.
sorry,
Like
guys.
putting aside the deeper themes, it's just fun to watch.
yeah,
It's like,
it is. It's just a good time at the movies.
Like the movie.
Like the movie
Yeah.
Good Time.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Anyways, to wrap
Well,
things up,
yeah.
because
Because there's no final ratings. We've done
Well,
that already.
let's do a revised rating. Maybe Avery change your mind. You never know. Okay, I still have it on a 10. This is an amazing movie.
I still have it on a 10 as well.
Alex.
It's a 9 for me.
Well, hold on, Alex. What's stopping it from being a 10?
I think, I saw this movie as a double feature with Wicked for Good.
That's crazy.
I
Before or
I
after?
saw Wicked first.
Okay.
And so maybe I was like a little tired or something. But I feel like it dragged a little bit and there was just a little too much. Like I think a lot of the dog stuff is like, okay, man, like I've seen enough of this.
That's fair.
Okay, fine.
I think it's not quite like as like quick and fast paced as Uncut Gems. I think it does drag a little bit. Maybe I won't think that on a second watch. I'm willing to go to a 10, but right now it's a 9.
Okay. Avery, you
so
were initial.
great.
Oh, okay. Well,
Okay.
okay. Thank you so much for listening, guys.
Is that the end?
Oh wait.
It's a
Oh,
short
our top
episode.
films. Do you want to quickly go through
Oh,
that?
yeah.
Before we end this episode, let's quickly do a top 5 of 2025. I
Yes.
think our best films of last year. In preparation of, the Oscars coming up.
Right.
I went to my Safari or like my Google, and the last thing I searched, I was at work today, and I was talking about figure skating with one of my coworkers.
Oh, no.
This guy has the longest fucking neck ever. This guy, what's his name? I can't pronounce his name. Guillaume Cizeron. He's in the Olympics. He has a long fucking neck.
Fascinating. Okay, Sam.
Cool.
Let's talk about. Okay,
That is a
Sam.
long neck.
What's your top 5 from 5?
Okay, wait.
My top 5.
I just want to say, I have a feeling the three of us are going to have very similar top 5s. And
Probably.
then Avery's
Well,
Well, I don't
not.
even know. Hold on.
Okay, let's see.
I think tied at number 5 is Hamnet and If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You.
Okay.
Both amazing. At number 4, I have It Was Just an Accident. At number 3, I have Marty Supreme. At number 2, I have One Battle After Another. And at number 1, I have Sorry Baby.
Whoa.
Everyone needs to go watch it. I feel like
I
nobody
need to
has seen
watch
it.
it.
Yes, you do.
It is really
and it's
good.
really good. Thank you, Alex. It's great. But yeah, that's my
Okay.
top 5.
My top 5. In 5th place, I have a tie, but I'll explain. I have a tie between No Other Choice and If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. I loved If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. I think I resonated with that movie a lot more, but No Other Choice is fucking insane. None of you have seen this movie.
I'm seeing
I
it
need to.
literally tomorrow.
Okay.
Oh.
And so it's not going to be in my top 5, even though it could be as of tomorrow.
Yeah, no, it's
Possible.
fucking insane. That's why it's on 5. Number 4, I have It Was Just an Accident. Number 3, I have Sentimental Value. I had It Was Just an Accident above Sentimental Value, but I feel like I've been thinking about Sentimental Value a lot more, so I'll give that the edge. Number 2, Marty Supreme, and number 1, One Battle After Another. But I'd put Marty Supreme number 1, maybe. I don't know, maybe. Yeah.
I have number 5. I'm shocked this is still in my top 5, but I have Jay Kelly at number 5.
Is it actually that good?
I love Jay
I
Kelly,
didn't
man.
need to watch it. That's crazy.
It's so. I love Noah Baumbach. He did Francis Ha. He did Marriage Story. I love him. He's great. Jay Kelly is
It
so
has
good.
a 3.3 average
I
rating.
know. I'm like the outlier on this one. I loved Jay Kelly.
Okay.
And then number 4, a very similar movie. I have Sentimental Value. I think they're basically the same movie, but Sentimental Value is a little better. And there's like a little extra layer to it with like making the movie that reflects their life, which, I like that. Number 3, I have Marty Supreme.
Hell yeah.
Number 2, I have One Battle After
Whoa.
Another. So it was my number 1 for a while, and
Okay.
I moved it down to number 2. And number 1, first of all, okay, before I say number 1, I want to put a little asterisk on that because we're only doing movies. But if I include everything I've seen this year, my number 1 would be Andor. That's the best thing I
The
saw
show?
in 2025.
Okay, yeah.
Really? It's that good?
It's so good.
I should
You
watch it.
have
Okay,
to watch
I'll
it.
actually watch
It's
it knowing
so
that.
fucking good.
Okay.
It's one of the best things I've ever seen, man.
Really?
It's so good. It's so good.
I'll
Star
watch it
Wars
now.
show.
Yeah.
I know. I
Listen.
can't believe that a Disney Plus Star Wars show is the best thing I
Yeah,
saw in
that's crazy.
2025. But my number one movie is It Was Just an Accident. I
That
just
makes
rewatched
sense.
it this week. It's so good. I can't
It's
stop
really good.
thinking
Right,
about
no,
it.
because I remember when you watched it for the first time, you were like wrestling between putting that or One Battle After Another
Right.
first, and now I guess it was just an
On a
accident.
rewatch.
Yeah.
Like, because there's so much you can say about the movie just talking about, like, Jafar Panahi and, like,
Right.
how it connects with, like, what he went through, but also just the movie itself is so watchable. It's such a good, fun movie to watch, I think. Like, it's kind of a dark comedy in a way, but it's so good. And it's one of the best representations of, like, trauma that I've ever seen. And,
100%.
like a melancholy of like dealing with the fact that like everyone's traumatized by this thing that they went through.
And just like injustice, like by the government and stuff like
Right,
that. Like,
it's so the running gag that like everyone's asking for bribes, like the cops are asking for bribes.
the
person at
credit
the
card
hospital.
machine.
Yeah, the cops just pull out a credit card machine.
Yeah,
It's great.
it's really good.
I love that's the movie of the year for me.
Okay.
Hello, this is Alex from the future. I have now seen No Other Choice, which immediately shot up to number 2 on my list. Loved it. Insane film. Everyone should go watch it right now because it's one of the best of 2025. Okay, thank you. Goodbye.
Avery? Okay.
I wasn't prepared.
It's okay.
People.
It's okay.
I'm scrolling through the list.
You can also just give like what is? Do you have a top movie
That
like just
came out
one?
this year.
Yeah.
No.
You have to make end of year lists on
think-
Letterboxd.
I'm not a film
Avery,
bro,
name 5
guys.
movies.
I liked. Okay, from what I've scrolled through IMDb, I did like Fountain.
Okay.
No, it has a list.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I liked Fountain of Youth with Natalie Portman. That was a good movie.
What the fuck is
I
that?
liked the.
Is that the Guy Ritchie one?
Is that the John Krasinski?
Yeah. I liked.
It is the Guy Ritchie movie.
Okay.
I liked the newest Karate Kid movie. I enjoyed that.
Okay. That was a fun time.
That was a good one for me.
Where do I have Karate Kid on my list?
21.
I have it at number 43 on my list of best of the year.
Did you guys lately rank every movie that you've
Well, I do it like
Just
as they come out.
2025,
Yeah.
Jesus. Okay.
I saw 63 movies from
I only
2025.
saw like 34.
I only
That's
saw
crazy.
like 30 something. That's bad.
And I like most of it's not until like 52 that they start getting bad.
I liked the map that leads to you. There's no order here. I'm just
I don't
scrolling.
even know what that is.
It has Madeline Klein in it. I liked Thunderbolts when that came out. I really liked that.
The one you wanted to see on your birthday.
yeah, but we weren't allowed to.
we saw Final Destination instead,
Yeah.
which is not on your list suspiciously.
So number 1 is...
Well, there's no order here.
Sure.
I liked Sinners. That's a real movie that I'm sure you
Sinners,
guys will
you know what?
approve
That's
of.
number
Good.
10 for me right now.
I think
Like,
that's
that was
number
good.
8 for me. Yeah, number 8.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of other
And
movies.
sentimental value. Well, I guess technically it's
Right.
number 7. Sentimental value is number 6, and then 5 is
Right.
Hannah. And if I had like Sidekick.
If I watched Regretting You, I feel like I would have liked that.
Okay.
Oh,
So we're gonna start... Okay.
No, wait, hold on.
No, I think we're done.
What about Gabby's Dollhouse? Is
Gabby's
that on-
Dollhouse is a good one.
Fountain of...
But I feel like I liked that movie. Have you watched it? No, so don't
Alex,
hate on
is this
it.
a real movie?
No. Looking at the poster, that does not look like
It's
This is
a
a real
good
movie.
movie, people.
John Krasinski.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
Thank you so
you
much for listening, people. Reeled In is back for 2026. Merch coming soon, better mic quality coming soon, guests coming soon.
You didn't put Mission Impossible in your top 5.
Well, yeah, it's way out of my... It's not even top 10 anymore.
Superman was
Yeah.
good.
Oh, no, it's 9. No, it's fine. Oh, it should be 10, but it's fine. It should be 11,
I have
actually.
it at 26.
No, it should be very lower, I think. I do love Tom Cruise. But anyway, thank you so much for listening, people. And you know what? It's the new season. We gotta come up with a new catchphrase, a new slogan.
Okay.
I gotta say something. We
F1
gotta say
was
something
also
like...
good Tate McRae song.
Okay.
Sorry.
Something like,
Anyways, continue. Sorry, I'll shut up now.
what
What are you thinking?
he's
of?
trying to think of a
Like
catchphrase
anything.
to finish it. It's okay. You can stick with what you normally
Stay blue.
Stay cool.
do. Okay.
Stay cool.
Stay cool.
Stay cool, bros.
Stay cool. Hashtag swag.
Hashtag swag.
Hashtag slay. Hashtag blah.
Just walking out.
Okay.
Oh my. Yay!